Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Coach Carolin, former professional tour player, and today I want to talk to you guys about your right arm and when it is actually supposed to fold in the backswing. I see a lot of you guys struggling understanding of when this folding action is supposed to start, happen, how much, when does it unfold. So this is what we're going to go over today. So let's jump into it. So your trail arm. Your trail arm really plays a huge role in your swing, whether that's your backswing or your downswing. It has a massive role. So if you're a righty, it would be your right elbow and your right arm, and if you're a lefty, it would be your left arm. But I'm here today to talk to you guys through the stages of where it should be at any given point in the swing. And that's going to really give you a better understanding of your motions, where you should be, how you can compress the ball better, and how you can play your best golf. So let's do it. All right, so your right elbow. There's a lot of misconceptions, misunderstandings of when it's supposed to start folding. There's a couple of things that I see a lot of my students. Number one is it kind of just like folds right out of the gate. So some people just kind of pick the club up. That's what we kind of call that. We pick the club up and it really limits your width in your backswing. And then if you have no width in your backswing, you likely have width in a downswing, which leads to casting and all sorts of other problems. So we want to make sure that as we are setting up in our setup here at the start of our swing, those elbows aren't necessarily looking at the camera. See how the inside of my elbows are not so stiff as to actually look at you guys. You just want to kind of clap your hands together, and this is how your arms and the inside of your elbows should be resting. And everybody's built differently, which is why this is a really good reference point of just to kind of say, let your arms hang, feel like they're clapping together, and then you grip your club, and this is how they should sit on the club at setup. And we're going to need this. This is an important step to get into the actual folding of the arms going back. So now we're going to go back. And if you remember, there's another video where I'm actually talking with David Leadbetter, one of the best coaches in the world, best people in the world, best mentors I could ever wish for. And we're going to talk about the takeaway in this video, and you guys can watch it and it's going to make a lot of sense. Essentially what we are talking about is keeping that belly button facing the button of the club until about 8 o'clock, until the club is about 8 o'clock. So there's really no motion here in your arms at all. This triangle here stays the exact same. Does not change. It remains the same. Then what I'd like to see is the hinge in your wrist. So your wrist hinges almost a bit backwards versus, if you're rolling, you really can't hinge well. So that's also covered in another video that I can link below for you guys. So here we want to make sure you keep everything kind of facing, your palms facing at the ground more so than up. Then you start hinging. Now is when we start folding. See, it goes takeaway with your core, one piece takeaway, start hinging your wrist, start folding your elbow, and now you just finish your shoulder turn and you're there. That's how simple the backswing is in theory, of course. Everything is super simple in theory in the golf swing. But it goes one piece takeaway, wrist hinge, arm fold, shoulder turn. Those are the 4 stages how you get to the backswing and how I kind of like to. Obviously, all of this is then moving in a motion, right? But if you were to break it down, for me it is boom, 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 boom. And then as you put these together, it's going to become this. It's going to become a nice and smooth backswing. And I just like to break it down. I'm German. I need to break everything down in like very specific pieces. So this is what I like to break it down to, these 4 backswing sections. And then we put it together in an actional swing to make it smooth and to make it real. So I hope this really helps you. One piece takeaway, hinge your wrist, fold your arm, turn your shoulders, and then we're going into the downswing. In the downswing, we're going to start at the top of our backswing. Let's put these 4 kind of pieces into motion. So we have our one piece takeaway, we have our hinge, we have our fold, we have our turn. And now as we're coming back down, there really isn't a whole lot of change. We're not unhinging here. We're not unhinging here just yet. We're going to go to the top of our backswing and we're going to keep that angle right here. These angles right here, we're going to keep that for as long as we can. So once we've established that nice arm structure is what we refer to as a good positioning of the arms, elbows, wrists, club at the top, we're going to keep that as long as we can. We're going to get that right shoulder down, and then only at impact is when things are going to start to actually straighten out, and post impact your arms are going to be straight and then just after impact, your left arm is going to start folding. So your right arm from the top of your backswing to the impact is supposed to really stay folded. And this is something you see with the best players in the world. At impact, what you'll see is this window between their arms right here. They're not going to be like this. See how when I straighten my right hand, you start coming over the top? The best players in the world that hit it the furthest, you're going to be able to see that window in their downswing, in their impact, between their right arm being tucked and folded and their left arm still being straight. And then they're going to release it. So I hope this makes a ton of sense. Those 4 steps and positions are great to work through in your backswing so you can get to a good arm structure at the top of your backswing and then just keep that until impact and through your finish and through your ball. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys love this. I really like these type of explanations because it breaks the golf swing down, and sometimes it's intimidating. It's this big long golf swing with all these positions, but really let's make it bite-sized pieces, make it easy for us, make it easy to work through, and break it down into things that we can control, we can relate to, we can feel. So if this is your first time on my channel and you like this little tip, make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, you leave me a comment below of how you like this tip. Also, let me know what you want to see next. I always love to actually tell you guys about what you want to hear about because I want to help solve your golf problems. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. So thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you guys in my next session.